What time is it? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Hamilton. All right, we're going to have a brief review today. It's for my 7th graders on Standard 7.2.3, which deals with the development of the United States government through the ratification of the Constitution. So let's take a look at some brief notes and things you need to know for Wednesday's quiz. Here we go. All right, simply put, the U.S. Constitution is the supreme law of the land. It is the governing document of our country. It lays out all the things the government will do for us and the freedoms and rights that we have as citizens. So the Constitution is made up of some basic principles, okay? Popular sovereignty, which deals with the power being residing in the people's hands. We the people, this first statement of the Constitution, identifies that the people have majority of the power. Limited government deals with certain limitations on the government that the federal government has so that they don't have all of the power. Separation of powers focuses on the actual jobs that the federal government has, what they can do. All right, and it also includes checks and balances, but checks and balances is also a separate principle as well. Federalism is the division of government at the federal, state, and local levels. Principle of checks and balances. Checks and balances is very and extremely important because it decides, or it keeps one branch of government from becoming too powerful over the other. With that being said, it creates a balance in the government because they all share equal amounts of power. Who wrote it? James Madison is considered to be the father of the Constitution. He introduced the Virginia Plan, separation of powers, and the Bill of Rights, which is individual rights, which is also a constitutional principle. I'm going to skip ahead to some things because I really want to just focus on the Constitution, structure of the Constitution right here. It starts off with the preamble, which is the statement of purpose. Is the first introductory paragraph of the Constitution. It tells us what's it going to be about. Next, it's made up of articles 1 through 7, and the first 3 articles identify the powers of the 3 branches. Then it identifies the relations amongst the states, how the federal government would address those issues, the amendment process, which is adding different things to the Constitution, federal power of the federal government, and ratification, how things can be changed. So we're going to also look at the first amendments, first 10 amendments to the Constitution, which are known as the Bill of Rights. Let's go ahead. We're going to skip ahead. Article 1, we know it deals with the legislative branch. It identifies all the powers of the legislative branch. Article 2 identifies the powers of the executive branch and who makes it up and all of their qualifications. Article 3 identifies the powers of the judicial branch and its qualifications of those Supreme Court justices. So take a look at all this information. You can pause the video. I know I'm going kind of fast, but you can pause it at certain points so you can get a closer look. So I'm going to skip ahead to the Bill of Rights so we can finish up. All righty. Bill of Rights, once again, was the first 10 amendments. 10, if you don't. All right. 10 amendments added to the Constitution. It identifies the different individual rights that we have as citizens. Freedom of religion, freedom of speech, no quartering of soldiers, which should be very familiar after the American Revolution. We identified that soldiers were being quartered in homes and were able to just do as they please. But now we have things put in the Constitution that protect us from those injustices. So if you have any questions about these slides, anything that you want to know extra, you can hit me up on the Remind app. But what I want you to do is I want you to listen to this video or watch it at the same time, then download the video and convert it to an MP3 so you can listen to it at any time and play back. And as you listen to it, I want you to really listen to it at least 10 times, preferably at least once a day. But after you listen to it at least 10 times, it's usually embedded in. So just download, convert, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're going to keep this thing rolling. Big fella out. Grind time. Aye. It wasn't that smooth. All right.